So, we already have an air date for the next series of Doctor Who, that being the 11th of May 2024, and shoot of 2 episodes on the first night, and a lot of stuff I don't really understand. But one thing that I do wonder with the upcoming series of Doctor Who is that, whether it be season 1 or series 14 or whatever you want to call it, is might this be the end of Lite Episodes due to the fact that the next series is supposed to be only 8 episodes long? Now, for those who don't know, when they were making the first series of the revival of Doctor Who back in 2004, towards the end of filming series 1, they were in a little bit of a rush just to get everything done by the deadline and get the series out. So in order to kind of remedy this, for future series of Doctor Who, they would do Lite Episodes. These were episodes in which the Doctor, his companion, or both would only be used for a few key scenes, meaning they could focus on less characters or focus on different combinations. For example, the first Lite episode that they ever did was in the 2006 Series 2, Episode 10, Love and Monsters. Now, this particular episode has kind of divided fans. Some think it's good, some think it's bad, others are neutral on it, but it's definitely a divisive topic, especially since they had to tie in the winner of a Blue Peter competition, who got to design their own creature, who the boy who created the Absorbaloff even admitted years later it's not entirely what he wanted, but they made the best of what they had, and this is a story that mainly focused on a less known character named Elton Pope, played by Mark Warren, and his friends within Linda. Now, as I said, this was a story that the Doctor and Rose featured in very little, only really properly showing up at the end of the episode in order to tie everything up. And as I said, it was a bit of a divisive story. However, they kept going with the idea, and the following year they produced Blink, which is heralded by many fans to be one of the best Doctor Who stories, not just of the revival era, but of Doctor Who in general. It's loosely based on a story written for the Doctor Who 2006 annual, titled What I Did on My Christmas Holidays by Sally Sparrow. And it once again shows Sally Sparrow finding messages underneath her wallpaper and eventually finding a videotape left to her by the Doctor, who needs her help getting the TARDIS back to him. To which, that, as I said, Blink was loosely based on this. And that's thought to be one of the best Doctor Who stories ever written, and they continued that the following year with Midnight. As at the start of the story, we see Donna kind of enjoying the spa facilities on the planet Midnight, while the Doctor goes off to have a look at the Sapphire Waterfall, which of course sets up the whole story. And the following story, while David Tennant was evidently more kind of filming this story, for the next story they did a Doctor Light story, which was Turn Left, where Donna was the main focus. Now, the idea of these stories, one was to kind of... sorry, I'm losing my words here, but basically what the idea was that the story wouldn't involve both sets of actors, meaning actors could film parts for other episodes, and so they could get a lot more done, in order so it wouldn't be such a big rush. So, as I said, Love and Monsters, Blink, Midnight, Turn Left, and when Stephen Moffat took over running the show, he also kept that going with the episode The Lodger, which also was based loosely on a Doctor Who comic strip for Doctor Who magazine, where the Doctor briefly moves in with Mickey Smith. And with this particular story, Karen Gillan's Amy Pond was stuck aboard the TARDIS. They continued that the following year, even bringing back James Corden for Series 6's Closing Time, where Amy and Rory are shown to have left the Doctor and are just kind of carrying on with their lives while the Doctor has to deal with the Cyberman invasion in London. And also, once Matt Smith left, they did have 2 more of these, including Flatline, where Peter Capaldi's Doctor was mainly kept aboard the TARDIS, thanks to it having shrunk, and Heaven Sent, where Jenna Coleman was completely out of the story, only making a very brief appearance at the end. Now, Chris Chibnall didn't seem to continue that with Jodie Whittaker throughout it. I mean, his kind of small group of TARDIS crew, they mostly kind of kept together. The only one that I could see is maybe classified as a Lite episode was Survivors of the Flux, given that I think Jodie Whittaker in that story had a much smaller part than Mandip Gill and John Bishop. But anyway, I might be wrong about that. But with the upcoming series of Doctor Who, I do wonder whether light episodes are really necessary anymore, and that's a bit of a shame, because I think light episodes, I do feel they had their place and they had their time, and they produced some really good episodes. I mean, as I said, while the start of it, Love and Monsters, was hit or miss for most people, some of the other episodes, Blink, Midnight, Turn Left, and Heaven Sent, these are considered some of the best episodes of Doctor Who. So, why do I ultimately think they're a thing of the past? Well, over the 19 years the Doctor Who has been back on our screens now, they've slowly been reducing the episode count. I mean, from 2005 to 2013, we were getting roughly 13 episodes per series. Not necessarily per year, because in 2012 to 2013 they did split up the series, with half of it being in 2012 and half of it being in 2013. Then, when Peter Capaldi came around, they scaled it down to 12 episodes per series, which wasn't a huge loss. I mean, for Series 9 we effectively got several sets of two-parters, so yeah, that's alright. Then when Chris Chibnall came aboard, we get down to 10 episodes a year. Well, once again, fair enough. And then for his last series, Flux, they did 6 episodes, which, okay. And now we're getting 8 episodes per series. I mean, you could argue that the TV landscape has changed. I mean, with streaming services now being more popular than ever, it's just not conducive anymore to have 13 episodes per year. 14 if you count Christmas specials. So I do kind of understand about that, but at the same time, I think it's a bit of a shame, because with a reduced episode count, you don't really need to have light episodes. I mean, when they're doing 13 episodes a year, okay, light episodes do make a bit more sense, so that you could have other actors off doing parts for other episodes at the same time they're doing one. But with 8 episodes, and with Ncuti Gatwa already into filming for his second series, they aren't really necessary anymore. And as I said, I do feel that's a shame. But what do you think about light episodes? Which one is your favourite? Let me know down below in the comments. Do you think light episodes should stick around, or do you think we're past that point now? I'm interested to hear. Anyway, until next time, see ya.